Equestrian Life in the Palm Beaches is brought to you by Discover the Palm Beaches, the best way to experience Florida. On this episode of Equestrian Life in the Palm Beaches, we'll discover the history of cowboys in the state of Florida, plus the tradition of rodeos right here in the beautiful Palm Beaches where the spirit of the West comes alive. We'll also show you the art of blacksmithing and take you to a Palm Beach County park that is dedicated to the equestrian life in the Palm Beaches.
Let your spirit rise.
Our Winter Equestrian Festival is the world's largest and longest running equestrian sports event.
Let your spirit rise.
The National Polo Center in Wellington, one of the world's largest, attracts top athletes and spectators for world-class polo, festive field-side brunches, and non-stop fun in the sun. And that's not all. Equestrian Life in the Palm Beaches will focus on every aspect of the incredible equestrian lifestyle right here in Palm Beach County, from competitions, events, and training to trail riding and equine therapy. When it's winter everywhere else, it's equestrian season right here in the Palm Beaches. So get ready for some horseplay, Palm Beaches style.
You gotta let your spirit rise.
While the cowboy culture is often associated with the American West, particularly states like Texas and Arizona, there's also a history of cowboys in Florida. In the 19th century, Florida had a significant cattle industry, and cowboys played a crucial role in herding and managing cattle. Florida cowboys, often referred to as crackers or cow hunters, had a distinct style and approach to ranching compared to their counterparts in the western states. They were known for using whips, particularly the Florida cow whip, which was a tool for herding cattle in the dense palmetto and scrub environments of the region. Today, while the cowboy culture may not be as prominent as it once was in Florida, there are still ranches and cattle operations in the state. Rodeos, cowboy festivals, and many other events celebrate Florida's cowboy heritage, keeping those traditions alive. So while Florida might not be the first state that comes to mind when thinking about cowboys, it has a rich history of ranching and cowboy culture that has left an enduring legacy. Now, rodeo is a competitive sport that originated in the late 19th century and has since become a symbol of Western heritage and cowboy skills. Welcome to the 21st annual Arrigo Dodge Extreme Rodeo. You need to get ready for some bronc spurring, bull stumping, and lightning fast cowgirl racing. Yeehaw! Woo!
Well, let me tell you a little something about me. When it's Saturday night, I need to blow off some steam.
The word rodeo is derived from the Spanish word for roundup or gathering. Early rodeos were informal competitions among cowboys to showcase their skills in riding, roping, and handling cattle. For you, what's the most thrilling part of getting up on there, seeing the fans in the stands with their cowboy hats on, rooting you on, but also just rooting to see a good show, right?
No, that's right. I don't know, my favorite part's winning. That's all I like to do is win.
Rodeo is often associated with a code of conduct, emphasizing values such as courage, integrity, and sportsmanship. The cowboy way of life is celebrated, and rodeo participants are seen as upholding these principles.
So we are at the South Florida Fairgrounds in West Palm Beach, Florida, getting ready to enter into the third action-packed performance of your 21st annual Arrigo Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Extreme Double K Rodeo. Double K Rodeo, Ms. Cynthia Zug, the only female rodeo company owner anywhere in the Sunshine State. And guess what else? Over 110 rodeos a year she puts on right here in Florida. Rodeo is probably one of the best sports left that always honors God, family, and country. And what I love about it most, you can bring your small children here, or you can bring your elderly grandparents, and it really doesn't matter what's said. You don't have to worry about something being said you're going to have to explain,
Yeah.
or something being said or done that's just going to embarrass you. It's just good, great family Christian entertainment.
Now, when people step in there, what's the first thing to expect? Now, I'm from Houston, Texas. I grew
Right.
up going to rodeos, so I know. Some people from the Sunshine State, this might be their first rodeo. What can they expect?
Well, they can expect very patriotic opening ceremonies and a prayer honoring, like I said, our God, our family, and country. And then we introduce all of the rodeo personnel. We'll introduce you to each one of the bull riders, where they're from, their names, some of their accolades. You'll see the barrel racers in all of the grand entry where they come in on their horses. And then it's action-packed from the beginning. I'm talking about the most dangerous 8 seconds on earth. Out of the pulsating action of the bucking chutes, it's bull riding right there.
Is there a thing that people, when they get their first taste of the rodeo, that come back and say to you like, yo, I didn't imagine this?
I'll tell you right here, one of the main things that people don't understand is that did you know that the state of Florida is the birthplace of the American cowboy? There were cowboys in the state of Florida 200 years before they ever moved west. Being a cowboy, number one, being a cowboy is cool.
Yeah.
And that's just it.
It looks
It's
cool.
Cool as the bottom side of the pillow. I love my job. I get to travel across the United States. This year I was very fortunate to announce 47 different events from as far south as here in West Palm Beach up to Minnesota and out to Guthrie, Oklahoma. I love working for Double K. I travel and do a lot of rodeos. But I'm telling you, Double K Rodeo Productions, if you're not here at the South Florida Fairgrounds, you need to mark it on your calendar. 3 rodeos right here a year out of that 109.
I am here in West Palm Beach, Florida.
Look, y'all, special treat. We're here with Haley Wall, and before I even get into all the many things you do, because it's a lot, the rodeo can't happen without Haley Wall, who we got here as our special guest for real?
This is Willie. He is a 20-year-old quarter horse gelding. He's a Palomino color, and he is a wonderful friend.
The show doesn't start without Haley Wall. Not only are you a barrel racer, not only are you a trick rider, you also sing the national anthem, and you're part of the Open. What is the Open? How does the rodeo get started?
So the rodeo gets started usually with a patriotic song, and a team of riders ranging from 4 to 6 people come in and they do a pattern, and it's supposed to just be patriotic and get the crowd fired up and ready for the rodeo. Then we go in, we do trick riding, we come back out, then change into barrel racing, and then we change for the closing. So Willie, as you can tell, he's a very relaxed horse. He's very easygoing. He's what we call bomb-proof. So nothing but a bomb would scare him is what the phrase is about. He is a therapy horse, so veterans and kids with special needs ride him. And so that's really nice for the rodeo here because rodeos are unpredictable, people are unpredictable, and things happen. But Willie's always been my rock, and I've never had to worry about him for anything.
Can I pet Willie? Where would I pet him at if I do?
So if you pet a horse right here, it's how a horse greets another horse.
Nice.
It shows them love. You can pat right here.
Little pat, okay.
Or sort of like this, and you can let him smell you.
Okay, so a rub right here. All right, Willie. Willie is so calm and nice, and then he can smell me right here. I smell good. I passed the smell check with Willie.
You do smell good.
Thank you. Oh my God, I was nervous, Willie. It's much love. It's much love, man. I don't know what else. Yep, you're a good guy. Coming up next, we'll find out what it takes to be a rodeo clown. Equestrian Life in the Palm Beaches is brought to you by Discover the Palm Beaches, the best way to experience Florida. The rodeo clown is no laughing matter. They play a crucial role in ensuring the safety of the riders. They distract bulls after a rider has been bucked off, helping to prevent injuries. Okay, I'm pumped about this because I'm joined by an exciting guest here. Tyler Pettigrew is a professional bull riding and rodeo entertainer. Now, a lot of people will say you're a rodeo clown.
Yes, sir.
What's your real role when we step inside of there?
When we step inside of there, when that show starts, it is my job to make sure them people have the most fun they can absolutely have at the rodeo each and every night. I'm the entertainer. I make sure everybody has fun. We're gonna clap, we're gonna sing, we're gonna dance. The bullfighters are the guys that, you know, they're kind of dressed like me, but their jobs are no joke.
Yeah.
They protect cowboys' lives, and if a situation does get bad enough, I will move in and help them guys out because each and every one of them guys is my friends, and I don't leave a man behind.
Now, a lot of what you do starts with what you wear and with the paint on your face. Just walk me through the decisions here to be dressed like this and do it.
You know, so the face paint, you know, we're rodeo clowns, it's a tradition. Entertainer's kind of a newer age thing, but I still like the traditional face paint. The uniforms, who doesn't love cheeseburgers?
I mean,
Man,
cheeseburgers
come
all
on.
over. What?
Like, I mean, who doesn't love cheeseburgers? Come on, man. When there's a moment where we're not bucking an animal or an animal's not performing, it's my job to come in there and entertain the crowd.
Yes.
You know, bring the energy, because the higher the energy, the better the animal athletes buck, the better the cowboys and cowgirls ride, and the better the rodeo fans get to watch a show.
So what looks like success to you then? You're looking for smiles on the faces of the fans. What looks like good to you?
I'm looking for everybody smile, like you said, smiles on faces, dancing, just forgetting about their problems in the world for 2 hours and hanging out with us. I've been a clown my whole life.
Yeah.
You know, like
Me too.
I was the class clown and all my teachers were wrong. Now I'm getting paid for it.
Look at that. A blinding success right here. Tyler Pettigrew, I can't wait to go watch some of the action.
Yes, sir.
Equestrian Life in the Palm Beaches is brought to you by Discover the Palm Beaches. Log on to thepalmbeaches.tv to learn more. The distinctive clothing worn by rodeo participants, including cowboy hats, boots, and denim, has become iconic and is often associated with Western fashion. I just picked up this hat today because I knew I was coming to the rodeo. It's obviously not the best high quality hat. First off, I gotta ask you, what can you tell about a man based on the hat he wears to the rodeo?
Oh man, the boots and the hat, that explains it all. It explains whether you're handy or not.
So what's your, you know, I got the hat, I don't got the boots on, what do you think?
I ain't got no boots on either, don't worry.
So what do you think? What does this say about me?
I don't know if we can say that on TV.
Country and Western music are integral to the rodeo experience. Live performances and music add to the atmosphere of rodeo events. A rodeo isn't just a sport, but a way of life for many people in rural communities. The skills demonstrated in rodeo events often have practical applications in ranching and cattle handling. The rodeo don't stop there, because now I'm joined with Hernan Velez, a rodeo announcer here, and I gotta start with this. I mean, I know everybody's got great clothes on. You really put it together here with the hat, the shirt, the blazer. I mean, are you always this vibrant? Are you always this vibrant with the wear?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What goes into that, and also, of course, the handlebar mustache. You gotta give us something.
Well, the handlebar mustache is relatively new.
Yeah.
My wife does not like it at all.
Yeah.
However, you come to the rodeo and you just kind of want to not necessarily fit in, because everybody fits in.
Yes.
But this is how I fit in.
So let's talk about the show. What are the specific events that people are going to see? Because obviously you think rodeo, you know somebody's going to be on a horse or a cattle or something. What can you actually see if you lay them out for us?
So we have that bull ride, and usually it opens the show, because that's the first list of guys that are going up to win some money later on in the night.
Gotcha.
And we got to weed some of those guys out. After that, we're going to have the bronc ride, saddle bronc ride.
Yep.
Now, saddle bronc riding is really easy. One day, some 100 years ago, I'm certain two ranchers were sitting around a fireplace, having a beer, saying, my cowboy can sit a horse better than yours.
Yeah.
They probably placed a bet, and we have saddle bronc riding. So at that point, Tyler will come out, he'll do an act, we'll get some people laughing as all the girls in the barrel racing are getting ready. So now this is where your speed comes in. This is where, yesterday we had a girl run 13.9 seconds, I think it was.
Yeah.
Which is phenomenally fast.
Okay.
So everybody here is competing.
Yeah.
It's a competition. Everybody pays an entry fee. Everybody has an opportunity to win. In rodeo, we do things a little differently. We don't have participation trophies. That doesn't exist.
At all.
At all.
Yeah.
At all.
You don't win, you don't walk home with anything.
You don't win, you better hope you save some gas money. So when you come here and you get under these Saturday or Friday night lights, I can assure you three things. One, you're gonna see something you've never seen before. Two, you are going to have a blast. Three, you're hooked.
Rodeo events are not only competitions, but also celebrations of Western heritage and the equestrian life in the Palm Beaches. Coming up next, we'll show you the art of blacksmithing and take you to a Palm Beach County park dedicated to the equestrian life. Equestrian Life in the Palm Beaches is brought to you by Discover the Palm Beaches. Log on to thepalmbeaches.tv to learn more. The history of blacksmiths and horseshoes is intertwined with the development of metalworking and the use of horses in human civilization. Blacksmithing is one of the oldest professions, dating back to ancient times. Early blacksmiths worked with bronze and iron, crafting tools, weapons, and other items for daily use. The history of blacksmiths and horseshoes is a fascinating journey that reflects the evolution of metalworking and the close relationship between humans and horses throughout history. I'm Theo Dorsey, and we're joined by James Kimball Davis. He's a farrier, and that's a fancy word for, well, a very trained blacksmith that knows how to put horseshoes on horses. How often do you have to change the shoes out for horses?
With this guy, every 5 weeks, that's most of them. Sometimes, you know, every horse is different like every person, so sometimes it's sooner or later, but 5 weeks is usually it.
How do the horseshoes help with the horse like Apollo?
Oh yeah, I mean, if the horse isn't comfortable, they say no foot, no horse. So if the feet are wrong, the horse isn't gonna be happy and he's not gonna do his best, no matter how good of a rider you are. So this is a very important part of the process.
For you, I mean, I know you do it so often. What's your favorite part of actually shoeing a horse?
I just love being around the horses, and I love being able to get in there with my hands, make stuff, make a difference, and hopefully help them.
Well, the horse can't have what it needs without you being able to make the horseshoe, so I think it's time for us to see some sparks fly. So before Apollo can get his shoes, we have to make the shoes, and this is a pretty neat truck we got here. Where are we standing right now?
Well, this is a custom-built trailer made by Stonewell in New York, and this is what they do. They kit out everything you need. I've even seen some with coffee makers and refrigerators.
That's my kind of truck.
And all kinds of stuff, computers, whatever. So this one's got everything we need to make whatever Apollo needs.
And we've got an anvil, and we have a furnace.
Absolutely.
This is where the magic starts?
Absolutely. What else do you need? So now the shoe's good and hot. Grab it with my tongs and shape it.
Let's see what happens, huh? Oh, that's steaming hot.
Yep, that's pretty hot. That's pretty hot.
I'm gonna back up out the way so I can stay safe.
So these all come the same shape from the factory, so we'll have to make them custom for him. So he needs a little bit narrower, a little bit wider in the toe. And then you got to bring it around in the heel here.
And you notice, because you know Apollo pretty well, you've fitted him before.
Yep, I fit him before. And plus, I can look at what he looks like today, because what he looks like today could be slightly different than what he looked like last time. So it's not, you know, it can change, especially if I'm trying to help him.
Yeah.
So now the shoe's all shaped up. You gotta make sure it's nice and flat. Almost.
You're working all parts of the anvil there.
You go. Absolutely, every piece of the anvil has a job. Now we're ready to go put it on him.
That's still hot, huh?
It's still hot.
Piping hot, okay.
It's plenty hot, yep. This is an excellent place to have a business like this. Literally, without exaggeration, the best horses in the world come here in the winter. And the people are wonderful to work for, and the horses are very well mannered. It's a wild thing we do for a living. It's a lot different than a lot of other people. I'm very lucky to be able to do it.
Well, Apollo's got a new pair of shoes. Welcome to the Jim Brandon Equestrian Center, a premier destination for equestrian enthusiasts right here in the heart of West Palm Beach, Florida. This state-of-the-art facility spans 100 acres, offering top-notch amenities for both riders and their horses. Whether you're a competitive rider or just passionate about horses, this center provides the perfect environment for training and competition. The Jim Brandon Equestrian Center hosts a wide range of events throughout the year, from dressage and show jumping to clinics and exhibitions. There's always something exciting happening at the Jim Brandon Equestrian Center. It's not just about the riders. The family-friendly atmosphere ensures that everyone can enjoy the beauty and excitement of equestrian sports. The facilities here are incredible. The arenas are spacious and the trails are amazing. This facility has everything you need to train and compete at the highest level, and the support from the staff is second to none. The Jim Brandon Equestrian Center, where passion meets excellence. Thanks for watching Equestrian Life in the Palm Beaches. We'll see you next time.